Hey family, this is me, Jay. Welcome back to my channel. I am currently on Instagram Live and I will be answering questions. I'm recording here on the channel for you guys who was not able to join the live, and you will have a chance to see all the questions that the family have to ask and to hear my response. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's pick my brain and ask me y'all questions. Question number one, what do we got? So I got a paper here that have all the questions, but then I have my family here on live with me and they have their own questions on top of these questions.
Yeah, if you want to ask Ethan some questions,
So,
let me know.
Boy, nobody don't want to ask you nothing. Okay, so if you wrote a question, okay, so if you on the live and you have a question, hold your mule. I'm gonna answer these questions first. Who put questions in the box? Okay. So first question I have is, which one was the first one? How to assemble Apple adapters. So that's a good question. So there is 2 Apple bands that you can buy off of Amazon. You can buy the ones that's already assembled, or you can buy the ones that you have to put it together yourself. When you get that little screwdriver in that package, that is the screwdriver you need to use to put the screws together. Or you may have an adapter that have a spring bar. You're gonna use that screw to pull that spring bar back and put it in the hole. So that is how you assemble it. If that is something that you guys all struggle with, I don't mind having a video to show you guys that, because I know a lot of you guys are a visual person. Branding and promotion. That is a huge topic. So I'm just gonna keep it brief, keep it real, keep it sweet, keep it brief with y'all about branding and promotion. About branding, it's very important to pick your company colors. So as you guys can see, my company colors is white, black, gold, and navy, and I incorporate those same colors on my page. As you can see, branding is very important. Kylie Jenner do branding, Crayon Case do branding, Pandora, Tiffany, all of them have their own set colors, which makes them a brand. And that's what's considered branding. How you present your work. What color is your company? How that make people feel when they look at your colors. How you presenting your stuff to them. That is what branding means. Some people may go all out with their with their shipment bags. They may have, colorful poly mailers with glitter and confetti and stickers and stuff on there. Or like with me, I make sure I have my business cards in my bag, and then I give extra goodies. Everybody branding is different. Like I said, my colors is gold, white, black, with a hint of navy sometimes. So it's important to have that in mind, because when somebody see your stuff, they instantly know, okay, that's you. When they see that logo, they need to know, okay, that's so-and-so. So that's very, very important. I can go on and on about that, okay, but we're going to keep it sweet because we got a lot of questions. Next question, promotion. Promotion. I would say this: promote your damn self. You your promoter, okay? Y'all know I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I give y'all that tough love because I wish I had that. So I'm gonna be real. You be your promoter. But when I say you be your promoter, I mean posting 3-4 times a day. I really recommend you post morning, afternoon, night. You using that hashtags. You posting on Facebook. Don't use just Instagram has your spot. Anytime you can promote on Facebook, promote on Twitter if you have a Twitter. Have your mama share it on her page. You be your damn promoter. You know what I'm saying? You be your #1 promoter. But when you start to get established and you get a little bit more profit, then you can reach out to people who do $20 promotion, $40 promotion. It's a lot of kids on TikTok, Instagram, that's 16, 15 years old who have over 100K followers and stuff, and 1.3 million followers and stuff that do really affordable promotion for people. And if you have something that they love and you know they like, reach out to them. Hey, I'm interested in your promotion. And you're gonna reach out to people you have not seen, you have not seen before. They attracting people to come to your page. When you do them promotions, I highly recommend to have your page ready and go. Don't do no promotion and your Instagram page all over the place and look jacked up. You don't have no branding colors. It's not organized. Your pictures ain't quality. Don't do that, you guys, okay? When you're gonna do that promotion, make sure your page look professional. Make sure they can see the quality of your work, because I tell y'all this all the time. That's your 10 seconds to shine when new people get on your page, okay? So we wanna be very, very mindful and play smart, work smart, and not work hard and waste money, okay? So that's something that we need to do, because that go hand in hand. If your branding ain't right, ain't no point of you doing promotion, because when you spend that money on promotion, it ain't gonna go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You wasting money because people not gonna be attracted to your stuff. But like I said, promote everywhere, you guys. You know what I'm saying? And the number one thing, be your own promoter. Promote on Facebook, promote on Instagram, promote on Etsy. Like one of the ladies saying, you can promote on apps. When I started out, I went the old-fashioned way promoting. I passed around flyers. I still believe the old-fashioned way of promoting works. So, yeah, don't be afraid to do that, you guys. But on to the next question. I just started and I'm scared. I need a vendor that ship fast. I would say this: scared money don't make no money. 1, 2. I'm a U.S. vendor, sis. Hit me up, and I ship fast. I ship out 1 to 2 days after you purchase. So hit me up. If you didn't know, now you know now. But don't be scared, sis, because scared money don't make no money. And if you always gonna be scared, you ain't never gonna start your business. So get started. Start small. Y'all always think you gotta start big. You don't have to start big. Start small and work your way up. Okay, next question. How did I build customers for wholesaling? Honestly, I did not really build my customers for wholesaling. They automatically kind of just found me and came to me because I started off making the accessories. So when I started off making the accessories, everybody wanted to use the same accessories as me. They love my accessories. They wanted to know what I use. So I'm like, okay, a lot of people can't afford, vendors and the shipping and stuff like that. And some people I was giving my vendor information to when I first started out, but they still wanted to just telling me like, no, you should start, like, I need a faster shipping time. So I was like, forget it, I'll just start my own thing, and this will give and motivate people to start their own business. And that's what I did, and it just took off. So pretty much when people found my work with my bracelets and bands, and then they seen I was selling charms too, and then it just grew. But I started off on Etsy, so that's how I kind of grew my base. So I waited till I had a foundation on Etsy, and then I merged all my accessories to my website. I get distracted from my business, and how do you get back on track? Okay, I get distracted all the time. That's a good question. I would say you yourself have to put yourself back on track, because one, if you don't do it, who else will? If you don't get yourself back on track, who else gonna pick you up? If you don't cover your ass, who else gonna cover you? Nobody. So you gotta be the one. You gotta be the one willing to do that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have them pep talk to yourself. When I had times when I wasn't getting no likes, I wasn't getting, sales, I had to give myself that pep talk of, Take my call now for business tips. Okay, when I'm done answering all the questions, that's when I'm gonna answer questions. And then you can join in on the call. You know, you gotta give yourself that pep talk, and then you also gotta think about it. Okay, if I'm distracted, then I can't create, and if I can't create, how can I show customers my work? And if I can't show customers my work, how would I get sales? And if I don't get sales, how can I continue to grow and accomplish what I'm trying to do? So when you get distracted and not being consistent, have that talk to yourself, and you're gonna realize how everything goes in a domino effect, and why staying focused and consistent is very important. So when I'm in that mood, I just give myself them pep talks, and I say, hey, get your shit together, girl, because if you don't get this done, who's gonna get it done? And if you don't get it done, how you gonna accomplish this goal? How you gonna do this? So that's something that I do. How to promote my business. I kind of already discussed that. Again, I'm going to say post consistently, at least three times a day. Make sure you use at least 15 hashtags. Make sure your quality of your pictures are awesome. Get your ring light. Make sure if you got an iPhone, make sure it's on portrait mode. If you don't got an iPhone, get you a ring light. Make sure your camera is clear. Taking those pictures. Make sure your background is professional and nice. Stop taking pictures with carpet. Stop taking pictures with stuff in the back. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Make sure it's a nice background. If your lighting is bad in the inside, make sure you post when you're outside. You know what I'm saying? When it's nice lighting outside. It's a lot of people who do videos with their wrists, with their hand, and they outside and the grass is the background. Those look very nice as well. Like I said, you know, in the family set, promote on Facebook, promote on Etsy, promote on dating apps, promote on groups. It's a lot of Facebook group, you guys, who give you opportunities to shout yourself out, to show your work. Make sure you use your best picture, or your picture that got a lot of feedback, and show that, you guys. So that's some more tips for promoting. Increase your following. If you are new, I'm gonna tell you this now. I can care less about some following. I say that all day, every day. I'm not with the following hype. I'm not saying it's not bad to have followings, but don't let people with a whole bunch of followers discourage you, because all that is just mind games, and it's not important. I don't believe followers is important. It's all good and all, but I just think that your sales matter more than your followers, because guess what? When I was discouraged, all sad, like, oh, ain't nobody following me, ain't nobody liking my stuff, da 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 da. But the whole time, people was watching me. All it took was me to post one item, and people came out of nowhere. You want to know why people came out of nowhere? Because people are watching you. They may not be following you, they may not like your stuff, but you best to believe that somebody is watching you, and they wait, and those the people you need to make sure you can get a sale out of and get their attention when you can. And that's how I was. I only had 1,000 followers, and when everybody around me had like 10K followers and stuff like that, and I'm like, damn, what I'm doing wrong? I'm posting every day, I'm using hashtag, what I'm doing wrong, you know, they don't got no followers. And then when I started when my Etsy picked up, I still had about 1,200 followers, but guess what? Them sales was coming in. I was bringing in $5,000, and I had 1,200, 1,300 followers. And guess what? Somebody who had 25K followers, she brought in 1,000 that month. I brought in 5,000 that month. So you tell me, do followers matter? I'll wait. Do followers matter? No, it do not. No, it do not, you guys. Still promote and hope that you do get followers, but don't believe in the hype. Do not believe in the clout. Do not let somebody who got 26,000, 10,000, 15,000 followers discourage you, and they have you thinking they got it all going on. No, I need to make sure all that followings that they got, that themselves match up to it. Because I know a whole bunch of women who follow me only got 500 followers to 2,000 followers, and they bringing in over $5,000 a month. That I know. Do not chase the followers, chase the bag. You said it perfectly. Do not fall for the hype, you guys. And I tell my girls this all the time. Don't focus on the followers. What you need to focus on is the consistency. And that's the hardest part of it all, is the consistency. The consistency is key. Because guess what? It's very, very hard to be consistent when you got to be a mom, you got to be a student, you got to be a girlfriend, boyfriend, you got to be a wife, you know what I'm saying? On top of having a business, on top of having your regular job, it's hard to be consistent when it's all those distractions. But once you overcome being consistent, people going to see your work. People going to see you. The followers going to come on its own. The sales is going to come on its own. Don't focus so much on the followers. That's the last damn thing on the list you need to focus on. But on to the next question. How do you know when to add new inventory? Ooh, that's a good question. Okay, so I will just tell you guys what I did. So say for instance, I invested in $100 and I just bought different inventory. I used to wear different inventory for stuff. Look, I'm reading what y'all saying. Y'all got me saying what I'm reading. So what I did was I spent $100 for inventory, and I used that money. Okay, so I said, okay, for $100, what can I get? Okay, I can get some charms, I can get some jump rings, and then I can make me some bracelet, bangles, and whatever else. So I try to use that $100 to help me make a variety of stuff. So once I make a variety of stuff and I buy my money, I spend my money for the inventory, then I start to create. Don't be buying stuff and let it sit. Create. As soon as you get in your creative mode, create, you guys. Create. Once I create it, and then I start to get I start to get sales. As soon as I either hit halfway or the $100 again, then that's when I reload up some more. But I personally waited till I hit $100 again, because regardless, when you spend $100, you should be bringing back $300-400 regardless, if you're doing everything correctly. So if you're bringing in $100, the goal is to flip that bag. So you're bringing in $100, the goal is to bring in $300. But I always try to bring in a little bit more than my goal. So as soon as I hit $100, I say, okay, put that money to the side so I can re-up again. I may not be all the way going to be done with my products, but I'm still going to be re-up so I can be prepared. But eventually what I start to do, I start to not only put in 100, I add an extra 50 to it. So that 100 I started with, now that I'm getting sales and practicing how the profits coming in, then I put it to the side. I try to add an extra 25-50 to it so my inventory can increase. So that's how my inventory grew so fast, because I increased it. I increased my inventory amount each time instead of keeping profit for myself. So that's that's a tip for you guys and to help you guys grow, because a lot of you guys, I noticed too, you putting in too much. You either spending too much or you pocketing too much, and you're not established yet to be pocketing that much. Because when I first started out, I didn't give myself a bunch of nothing, because I was flipping. So that's the trick. If you spend $100 for inventory, you buy more inventory. When you make sales and you hit that mark again. So when you make $100 again, it's up to you to buy more inventory for 100, or you add 50 to it, add 25 to it, so you can have a little bit more. But that's the smart, quick way to do it. But that's how I did that. On to the next question, because they blowing me up on the last, so I'm trying to get done. Okay, building your brand. Okay, that's another good one. It goes back to the question. Building your brand goes hand in hand what I was talking about with Tiffany, having your colors, stuff like that. building your brand, I would just say this. Like I said, I'm keeping it short with all of these questions because, you know, we on live and I got the people got questions. So I would just say this. When you thinking about starting a business, you have to think about, okay, what is my goal with this business? Who is my customers? How do I want to present my work, my stuff? What my color's gonna be? What's the color of my bag's gonna be when I ship stuff to them? Is my bag's gonna be a certain color? How my business card's gonna be? That's building your brand, because you're establishing yourself and getting people to know who you are. When people see my work, a lot of people already know off the back, okay, that's Jay work. Or when people see stuff, they say, okay, yeah, I know that's Jay. So being consistent with them things. Sometimes people rebrand, that's fine. But starting off, I would say you definitely need to ask yourself, who is my customers? What color is my business color? What message I'm trying to portray for my business? Like with me, my business is JSRE, but I made bougie pieces underneath a different collection. But bougie pieces still go hand in hand with my brand, JSRE. So my brand is JSRE and bougie pieces is my collection. And you see how I let bougie pieces go hand in hand with my brand, JSRE. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about how you put things together and letting your audience know who you are and what you stand for. You know what I'm saying? Yes, what's the story behind the brand? You know what I'm saying? What's your name? What's the name, you know, the name of your brand? What your name means and stuff like that. Like, that's what it means when branding. Okay. How long, but we can go more in details about that. Like, we can really go on and on about that. But like I said, we trying to keep it short because we got bling accessories who want to join in on the live, and we got some questions. How long does it take to start a charm business? I don't know if you're referring to wholesale or if you're referring to me starting the bracelets and alpha bands, but I try to answer both. So I came up with the idea for bougie pieces in 2018. So it actually took me 2 years to get started, you guys. So that's why I be on y'all ass, okay? That's why I be on y'all. It took me 2 years to get serious. But I started this year, and then it don't take long, honestly. I made up my mind, I got started, and I was up and going in a month, being consistent, getting all my supplies, waiting for all my stuff to come in. Once all your stuff to come in, you get started. Honestly, I just took everything day by day. Bling Accessories is a live witness. I was trying to figure out how to make flyers, how to get this Etsy going, how to do this. So I literally was just doing things day by day, but I still started my business while I was still figuring out things day by day. I didn't have it all together. So y'all gotta stop being so hard on yourselves trying to have it all together. You're not gonna have it all together overnight. It's a process. Do things day by day. Like, I learned everything on my own. My flyers on my own. My website, I did it on my own. My business name, my husband and me came up with that together. Drew it out, everything together. My colors, came up with that on my own. Finding my vendors, I did that on my own. I don't got no handouts for shit. So that's why it's gonna take time. You know what I'm saying? You can't be in a rush, because when you be in a rush, you can't do things right, and customers can tell if something is done right or not. You know what I'm saying? So you really wanna take your time to do stuff, but you know, to get started, that's easy. Get started easy. Anybody can have the money and get started with anything. But the key is the consistency. Is you gonna stick with it. When shit get tough and you can't do it no more, is you gonna continue or you gonna stop? You know what I'm saying? So to me, that's what really takes. You know, that's what really the time come in at, is how long you be in consistency. Because you being consistent and really putting in that work is gonna really depend on your results. You know what I'm saying? So On to the next question. Can you help set up my business to start selling? Well, sis, that is why these lives are for. That is what my YouTube is for. To help you guys start somewhere. Like I tell you guys, I'm willing to give you guys, do these lives to answer questions. I'm willing to do these lives to answer questions, have the YouTube videos to help you guys. I could be doing a whole bunch of stuff. I can sit on a video call with you the whole time, helping you set up. But at the end of the day, it's gonna fall on you what you gonna do with it after that. So I tell you guys all the time that you guys always asking you do this, do that. I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? That's not a problem for me. But what you guys gotta realize too is it's my job to help you with the ingredients, but you're the one that's gonna have to cook the food, get the shop for the food, cook the food. Once you cook the food, you season the food, and then prep the food. You know what I'm saying? Put it on the plate. I can't be doing all of that and some for you guys. I made it my duty to help women, mainly minority women at that, start a business, giving you guys tips and stuff that I wish I had, being there for you, being your support. But finding vendors, finding this, doing this for you, doing that for you, I can't do that, you guys. I'm one person, and two, I just don't believe in that because, like I said, I can give you guys the recipe, but it's up to you on what you're gonna do with the rest. You know what I'm saying? So, please take the notes when I be going on live. Please pay attention to the YouTube videos. Cause little do y'all know, this shit, I don't get paid from it. I do this at the kindness of my heart. I'm eventually trying to get paid from YouTube, but other than that, I don't get paid for this. I'm doing this because I've been there, done that. So I'm trying to put y'all on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that's what it is. Increasing sales, budgeting, and creativity. Okay, so one, increasing sales go hand in hand with consistency, quality pictures, understanding your customers. A lot of you guys are making stuff, but you're not attracting your ideal customer. If you're 14 years old making stuff, you're gonna have to make stuff that's gonna attract a 14-year-old because that's who your ideal customer is. You know what I'm saying? If you're an adult in your 30s, you're gonna have to sit there and have that conversation with yourself. Okay, who is my target audience? Who I'm making stuff for? Who mainly is attracted to my stuff? Another thing too, look, when you go on your Instagram, I think it's like in your settings or something, you can look at your insights. That's gonna tell you the age group that be looking on your page, where they from, and it's gonna be telling you a little bit about the people who's following you. Like with me, I originally started off with adults. My ideal customer is not 16 years old because I know a 16-year-old cannot pay for a $60 Apple band. You know what I'm saying? So I had to sit there and tell myself, okay, so who the hell is my customer? Who gonna buy bougie pieces? So you're gonna have to talk to yourself about this. You're gonna have to give yourself, that talk and be real with yourself. Who I want my customer to be? Do I want my ideal customer go to church? Do my ideal customer shop at Pretty Little Thing or Fashion Nova? Or my ideal customer still in high school? Those different things is gonna help increase your sales because you can have an awesome product, but if you're not showing it to the right people, it's gonna sit, and then that's what's gonna discourage you and have you feeling like you're doing something wrong. But little do you know, you may not be doing nothing wrong. You just not marketing your shit right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. And I learned that till this year. I learned this year how to market my stuff right. So it took me 2 years. So whatever I'm telling you, you best believe it's from me learning. Okay? So budgeting is very, very important because you will never grow if you blowing the money off. You will never grow if you spending too much than what you making. And that's what I did in the beginning. I was getting in so much sales, but I was spending too much of the money. So my husband, he had to tell me like, okay, you getting in sales, but you putting yourself under because you buying stuff before you even make more sales. And that's when I had to tell myself, okay, damn, let me give myself a budget. Okay, if I spend 2, I ain't gonna buy nothing until I make 2 again. And then when I start doing that, then that's when I start seeing more of my money. But before, I used to get 500 and then I spent 400. And then I'm sitting here, I ain't getting nowhere, I ain't growing. Well, I blew off majority of my money. And then, so I had to learn the hard way. Don't be counting for something that's not there. Don't be thinking, oh, I'm gonna buy all this inventory and I'm gonna get this sale, this many sales. Don't do that. That's a bad business move. You count them sales when them sales get there. Don't assume that's gonna happen. And that's why I be telling y'all, what's for you is for you. What's for me is for me. Because you may sell Crocs and you took off on Crocs. You got 5,000 likes and views, and you made $2,000. And then I'm like, oh, she made a killing on Crocs. She got 5,000 views. Let me go and do Crocs. Let me go make some Crocs now. And then my ass go ahead and do some damn Crocs, and now I only got 1 sale. You know what I'm saying? So don't go up rushing trying to buy stuff thinking you're gonna make some sales off of that, and that ain't even what your customers want. So, but I'm still learning, I'm still learning budgeting too, but that's definitely some tips that I learned along the way to set my budget and stay to that. If I got $300 to spare, I'm not gonna spend no more money till I make my $300. And then that's what's gonna push you and drive you to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Creativity. Baby, nobody can give you that. That's natural. That's natural. Creativity is a natural thing. But creativity is very, very essential in the business world. People love different stuff. How do you think Pandora, Tiffany, Crayon Case, Kylie Jenner, and all of them blew up the way they did? Because they brought a product to somebody that was so different, and their branding was A1. Being creative is very, very important, but unfortunately, creativity is something that comes natural. Not everybody is born creative or have that creative gift in them. Like me, I have some days I just wake up and I just have an idea. 90% of all my bands came from me being in my creative juices and me just listening to my music and just creating. Like my creative juices just flowing. Like I want to create stuff. I don't go on people's pages seeing what they doing and then now I'm doing their stuff. No, all my stuff comes from myself. My conjoined bracelets, I came up with that idea on my own because I'm sitting here thinking, what can I do for my customers who don't have an Apple Watch? Creativity comes on its own. That's not something that can really be taught or forced upon you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say don't jump into the accessory business thinking, oh, so-and-so got 30K followers and got these many sales a month, so now I'm finna hop up on it. No, it ain't gonna work like that, because guess what? You finna invest all that money into this business and your shit finna just be stuck because, you know what I'm saying, you don't have the natural juices. You have to be creative, because guess what? Also, when you're creative, it's fun for you. Me making accessories and me doing what I do is fun for me. So when I wasn't getting those sales and followers and stuff, I didn't mind. Like, I was discouraged, but I still was just creating stuff. And I just did it because I love it. It's meditating for me. So I was still just posting every day, even though I wasn't getting no sales, even though I wasn't getting no likes. I still just posted every day because I love doing it. And then I eventually just started posting on Etsy, and then from there it just went history. Last question on this list: how long does it take to get the apple size and perfect? So when I first started, it really take a while, because getting the Apple Watch band size and even the bracelet size and perfect, it takes trial and error. You have to mess up so many ones before you get it. I would say I started the bands in like February. I didn't really get comfortable and really excelling making them quick and having a size chart and stuff probably to like 2 months in. But I was making hella apple bands. Like each customer was literally like a dummy because I didn't know, okay, if this gonna be right, if this gonna be wrong. So use your customers has experience, you know what I'm saying? But I definitely was practicing before I offered it to customers because that's when I used to do just a standard size. So I used to learn, okay, what's the standard size wrist? How many inches is that? Then I noticed what size my wrist is. Then I noticed what size my sister's wrist is. And then when I got it to customers, they say, oh, well, this was too tight or this was too big. And then I'm like, okay, what size your wrist is or how your wrist look? And then I'll notate it. So now I got notes because over time I just learned different sizes. How many beads does this? How many beads does that? So automatically I know, okay, 15 beads of 10 millimeter gives me 7 inches. I know that off the bat. And then if the band is going to stretch, so if they want a snug fit, I need to do 6.5 instead of 7 because when it stretches, it's going to be about 7.2. So it's like I know the numbers back to back. I know, okay, if she's real skinny, okay, I need to do 13 beats on under 10 millimeters because that's about 6 inches. That's about a 6-inch watch, and that's for a skinny wrist. If they need a large wrist, okay, 10 millimeters need 18 beats. But 8 millimeters will be a whole different ball game than that 10 millimeter beads. So you have to learn how many 8 millimeter beads you need to make this size wrist, to do this size wrist. So y'all think just making a band is just throwing some damn beads on them? Well, you are wrong because you're gonna have customers saying stuff popping, this ain't fitting right, this, and even today I still don't get it perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Because certain beads will stretch, make the string stretch a certain way, and certain people stretch it out differently. So it's definitely a lot of things that is considered when it comes to that. But I am done with this list, and I am ready to answer some questions on the live. Hi, you guys. So thanks for joining in on this video. I'm sorry I was not able to give you guys a closing of this video because I ended up getting a phone call. Then after that, my phone died. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the live, and we went over some important questions that you may have had. If you did not get a chance to participate in the live, please comment below things that you still would like to ask, or hit me up on Instagram. Bye.